Hey, what's going on, guys? Quavo here from Migos.
Offset.
Yeah, we got Offset. Y'all know we. And we got a little buddy over here. Look up, motherfucker. He wants to put a bad video on us. So make a
Bad
pro
emoji.
over here. Bad
Now
emoji.
make a no.
Now this buddy, our famous Culture 2 album. He wants to give it a. What do you want to give it a bad review? Huh? You want to give a bad
no.
review?
Come on.
In the spirit of our Culture 2 album, we have 24 songs. So in 24, why are you fucking smiling? Why are you smiling? Why are you smiling? Stop smiling. In
We ain't no easy E.
24 minutes, we're gonna kill and torture this fuck.
Your turn, buddy.
Hey, gang! Yeah, boy.
Come on, bitch. Queen from the piggy. Come on. Gang. Fight back. Gang. Hey, yo, other Migo. I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too.
KFC?
Nah, sushi.
Nah, bro. Subway.
Remember, at Subway, you are the boss. Eat pussy fresh.
Quavo left his phone. I know just who to call.
Hey Anthony, you know that favor you owed me?
What the? Gang.
Thank you, Anthony.
Okay, cut it.
The Migos are dead. I'm gonna get out of here.
Okay, so the Migos praise themselves off as the saviors of hip hop, and they spend like half the whole album just talking about how much money, how much jewelry they have. I don't really think them doing that is gonna save hip hop or put hip hop in like a new direction that it already hasn't been in, because everyone's already talking about how much money they have, how much jewelry they have, and they spent almost half the track list just talking about that and talking about how much money they have, and it just doesn't get them anywhere. And if anything, they're putting hip hop in the wrong direction. Just, I don't know, personally speaking, I'm not a big fan of just all the beats that sound some beats sound pretty good on the album actually, but a lot of them just sound similar, don't experiment in any particular way. And having like choruses that repeat the same couple of words over and over isn't a direction I think hip hop should go in. And there's some tracks in particular I do want to talk about. Notably Stir Fry, which I think is the best song on the album. And I like it because the beats are pretty like exciting, and it kind of hypes you up a little bit, even if they're still talking about how much money they have. It's kind of funny though, because they're like comparing their success to like fast food references, which is, I think it's funny. But yeah, it doesn't talk about anything particularly very new, but the beats on the song are actually pretty cool.
Hey, do you know Wi-Fi?
Huh?
What's Wi-Fi at this place? Like room.
It's... You know, like, you're trying to do something for now? That's the second one. No. Oh yeah. That's the right one.
Okay.
Huh? The second one. Sorry. What was it? Oh!
Incorrect password.
Huh?
It is incorrect password.
Oh, we got a new password. Okay, it should work.
Yeah, it worked.
Okay, so another track I want to talk about It's called Crown the Kings, and here the Migos talk about how they made it in the industry, how they're successful, they've made an impact, and they should be treated like kings because they've done a lot. And I don't know, this perpetuates, I think, the whole theme of the album, which I dislike. That's how they're saviors of hip hop and that they've made it, that they're impacting, which is true. But I feel like, I don't know, there's just a whole arrogance about it, about them being like, yeah, we're gonna put hip hop in the right direction. But I don't know. And also, like I talked about before, just them stretching this album out. Yeah, Crown the Kings, they talk about how they made men. They made it in the industry, you know. But yeah, I was talking about how has just this sense of arrogance that I don't like. And I counted how many tracks talk specifically about their wealth and success. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 out of 24 tracks talk about it. So on the track Autopilot, I do like how it talks about different subject material, like about how Quavo was like on a football team in high school, and how he was actually really good at playing football. So he's talking about like how he had like other ventures that he would have been successful in, but he decided to stick with rap. But yeah, even tracks that I do find interesting, that talk about interesting subject material, just kind of stretch it out to be 4 minutes long. Because I don't know why every track has to be most tracks are 3 minutes long. I don't know why every track has to be 4 or 5 minutes long. I just feel like that's excessive, unnecessary. So on Motorsport, which is the track, one of their singles that features Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, and obviously has the Migos on it. I think the verses from Cardi B and Nicki Minaj are decent. They talk about competition, how they're like the women of hip hop. But I don't know, the Migos just talk about, again, wealth and success. But I guess they're a little bit aware of this, and a track like Moving Too Fast, where they talk about how they have to be cautious about their success because they could get to their heads, I guess. But I don't know, I just feel like so much of the track list just speaks about the same stuff over and over. And this is kind of like addressing that somewhat, but I feel like it doesn't do a good job at it. So my final verdict of the album is a 3 out of 10. I think the pros of the album are that I'd say it's decently produced, you know. Quavo is one of the main producers on the album, along with many other producers like Pharrell Williams and Zaytoven, which some of the beats they do make are very good, like on Stir Fry. And I don't think there's like a single beat that is bad, but there's a lot of like common ground. A lot of the tracks aren't distinct at all in any way, at least like in terms of audio. And yeah, like I said, subject material. But I'd say overall it's decently produced.
Hey,
And
wanna play some Mario Kart, dude?
it's working. Is your controller connected? Okay. Where was it? Oh yeah, there's some funny lines in there. Chicken is tender. With her she said, I'm like Soldier Boy, the way you tell him, break and enter. So chickens is tender rhymes with break in and enter. I think that's some clever poetry right there. Cons, like I've said many times, they repeat their subject material. And the tracks drag on for way too long. We don't need 4 or 5 minute long Migos tracks, especially so many of them. And a lot of the lines are just lazily repeated, like walk it, talk it, walk it, talk it, walk it, talk it. Which, that chorus repeats like 5 or 6 times in the song Walk It Talk It. So I feel like that's just unnecessary. And we don't need that for Migos. We don't need that for the saviors of hip hop. Okay? So yeah, thanks for watching my review of Culture 2. Bye-bye.
Don't fuck me.
I'm keeping you.